Good morning, everybody. It is Victoria here in the training department. Welcome to our first social media minute of 2021. I have our social media specialist on the line with us, Maddie Morgan. All participants are muted, so if you guys see, if you find that question panel, I will be monitoring that while Maddie is talking. So if you have any questions, feel free to type them in there. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, Maddie.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining today. Today we're going to talk a little bit about post ideas. I feel like that's something everybody's always looking for, so I'm hoping that these will kind of get your wheels turning a little bit. So first, I have just a few tips for posting on social media in general. The first one is to take photos everywhere, and yes, everywhere. They could be of anything: the homes you're showing, the great restaurants you're eating at, little shops you're visiting, hikes, the people you're with, around your office, even fun times with your team or with your family. By taking photos, you're always going to have content for social media available to you. It's definitely a change of mindset to always be out and about snapping photos, but it really only takes a few minutes, and there's no need to post them right away. If you're at dinner and you're like, I don't want to, take the time to make a post while I'm out with friends, you can take a photo and you can always post it the next day and no one will know. So get in the habit of taking photos everywhere you go. If you're a team lead, another great way to take advantage of this and to really double the content you have, encourage your team members to take photos and submit them to you, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever, so that you're constantly collecting photos to post. My tip number 2 is to keep 80% of your post content personal and 20% real estate. Not everything is about your business. You're on a much more personal level with your realtor than you are really any other professional, and buying a home is such a personal experience. So consumers want to work with a real estate agent that they think that they're going to relate to and think that they'll get along with on a deeper level, because that's what builds trust, right? And to build that trust, you have to post more than just real estate content. So we want to continue to remind our spheres that we're realtors, but we want to be sprinkling real estate in. You definitely want your sphere to know that you're in the business, but you don't want to blow up their feed with all real estate content all the time. So keeping 80% of your posting personal and 20% more of that real estate content. Tip number 3 is to always include a call to action at the end of your captions, especially your real estate content. Questions and calls to action in your captions, that's going to be key to increasing the amount of engagement that you're getting on your posts, because they're asking somebody to comment or send a message to you, which gives you the perfect opportunity to respond. So for example, things you could tack on the end: what do you think about this? Have you ever tried doing this? Click the link in my bio, or even comment below and I'll send you the link. Those kinds of things. So as going forward on my post ideas, I tried to include a call to action example on each of the post ideas to get you guys kind of thinking a little bit. And then my last tip, when you're making a post, add your location, like whenever possible. Tag brands or businesses that you're visiting. If you're grabbing coffee at Hubbard and Craven's and you post a photo, make sure to tag Hubbard and Craven's. A lot of times local businesses especially will comment back on your post. So that's, a great way to engage the community. In addition, tag your clients or your friends or whoever you're with, especially on Facebook, because on Facebook tags show up in the news feed. So that's just that many more eyes that will be on your post. So those are some general things to keep in mind. I know I kind of flew through that, but I want to get to what you came here for, and that's post ideas. So for my first idea, from Valentine's Day to National Pizza Day, every day can be a social media holiday. So if you're struggling with content to post, just start with the basics. You know, holiday posts are extremely easy to create. And since it's a holiday on a calendar that everybody follows, you know, they're always really timely and relevant. So you're never gonna, you know, feel like you're posting something out of date. Plus, actively posting holidays not only expands your reach and increases your engagement, but it also entertains your audience. You know, and another really big plus of holiday posts is people love to share them. And, you know, getting shares on your posts is kind of the name of the game. You know, studies show that people who don't post that often tend to still post even on the holidays. So, you know, it kind of stands to reason that if you give them an engaging holiday post outside of the norm, you know, they might be more inclined to share that as well. So think about any monthly holidays that you can relate back to your business or that you know your audience is going to love. You know, some upcoming April holidays that might be good for you guys to use. National Beer Day is on the 7th. National Gardening Day is this month. National Picnic Day. You know, so any of those kind of fun national holidays are super easy content ideas. And your call to action on this kind of post could be, you know, if you're talking about like pizza places, for example, you know, did I miss your favorite spot? Leave me a comment. Or where is your favorite pizza place? You can even use the question sticker in like your Instagram stories and share the responses that people give. Okay, option number 2 is to do a local business spotlight. You know, do any charities or causes or businesses have your support? If so, share those with your followers. You know, it can help generate more support for something that you care about, and it shows that you and your real estate business, you know, care about something other than making money. So, you know, that is always good to put out there. You know, I feel like this goes without saying, but you obviously want to be a contributor. You know, put your money where your mouth is. Don't just highlight businesses for the sake of highlighting them. Make sure that you are highlighting businesses and causes that you yourself are supporting, just so you can kind of back up what you're telling other people to do. Call to action on this could be, have you been to this restaurant? You know, tell me your favorite thing to order in the comments. What's your favorite organization to support? Again, make sure that you're tagging the business in your caption and in the photo, especially on Instagram. Okay. Oh, one more thing on that I just thought of on the local business spotlight. If the business or whoever you're supporting or posting about, if they have a hashtag that they use, like a specific hashtag, make sure you use those in your post. Like Newfields, for example, their hashtag is Discover Newfields. So if I were to post that I was at Newfields with my family, I would try to use their hashtag. So that's just something to keep in mind and look for as well. Okay, number 3, just listed posts. You know, interview your clients at the beginning of your listing appointment and ask them about their favorite memories in the home. And, you know, like, where is their favorite spot in the home? What's the home's best kept secret or best feature? And then based on what they say, tell that story in your caption about what they think the best part of the house you just listed is. And then when you're choosing a photo to post, pick a unique photo. You know, take a photo that's not going to be available on the BLC. You know, anybody can Google those kind of photos, and you want it to be a photo that, you know, isn't available to just anyone. It's kind of like a sneak peek sort of thing. So, you know, post a photo that reflects that story that they told you, and then end with something sentimental, like, my client can't wait to pass this spot on to the next buyer to create memories of their own. And then your call to action, I have a few listed there. comment below and I'll send you the link. By adding a call to action like that, you're asking people to not only comment on your post, but then you get brownie points for a comment plus for a direct message when you send them the link. So that's why I add that kind of call to action, because it asks people to kind of do a couple different things. Send me a message for more details on this home. Tag someone that would love to live here. Those kinds of things. And then a quick tip, if you leave the address out of your post, that kind of entices people to comment for details, because they're going to want to know where the house is, and if you include the address, they're just going to look it up themselves. So if you leave the address out, they'll hopefully reach out to you for more information. Okay, post idea number 4, take a photo of your client. On closing day, take a photo of them at the closing table, or when you're handing them their keys, or in front of their new home. That's, always ask permission before you post any of your client photos. More often than not, they're going to say, yeah, sure, totally, post it. But I would always ask permission first, just to cover your bases. So on this kind of post, I don't have a call to action for this one, but I do have a pro tip for you. And that is to invest in a custom sign writer, or 2 or 3, for your clients to hold during photos throughout the stages of buying a home. So maybe you get a client sign for an accepted offer. Maybe you have one for an inspection. Maybe you have another for a closing. So all the milestones of buying a home, have a sign for that, so you're constantly taking photos of your clients. And I mean, that's potentially 3 different post ideas for just one transaction, all just because you got a few signs for them, a few props for them to hold. And if you're not sure where to go to get signs created, the marketing department, the designers can help you create those. So think about doing something like that, because that's an easy way to get photos of your clients and content. Number 5, just sold posts. Take a photo of the outside of a home you just sold. But a big thing to keep in mind with this, it's important to celebrate others' successes instead of only talking about yourself on social media. So consumers are going to know when you're tooting your own horn. so try flipping the script, change the narrative of these posts that you're creating. Instead of saying, I got another deal done today, go me, had another closing, that kind of thing, change it to, I'm so happy for this amazing couple I had the opportunity to work with today. I can't wait to see what's in store for the Smiths. That feels different, right? By shining the light on somebody else and celebrating other people's accomplishments in a sincere way, you're going to stand out from the pack of people who are only kind of superficially supporting them. So make sure that you're making this particular post about your clients and congratulating them on this next chapter that they have ahead of them. Another pro tip, if they are remodeling a home, if they bought either an investment property, or you already know they're planning on making certain changes, ask them to send you an updated photo when they're finished. That gives you another opportunity to post a before and after photo down the road, all because you sold this home 6 months ago and they did a kitchen project. So ask for newly remodeled photos. Number 6, events. Things are starting to look up in the events world. And, I am hopefully having a wedding this year. So maybe this is me just manifesting my own destiny by talking about events in a positive light. But events are a great thing to post about too. Not even necessarily formal events. So if you're on a date night or you're out to dinner with friends, take photos of the drinks that you're ordering, the food you're ordering, a photo of the restaurant itself. Alternately, if you go to a party, maybe you have a party at your office, or a semi-annual dinner, or a client appreciation event. Maybe it's your birthday or a friend's birthday, those sorts of things. Take photos of that, because then that is also great content, and that gives you the opportunity to add this call to action of, where's your favorite place for date night? What's your beverage of choice? How do you like to celebrate your birthday? Give me your ideas below, that kind of thing. And hopefully people will comment and respond to that. Just make sure if you are posting about events and things, just make sure you're following any sort of mask mandates, that sort of thing in your photos, depending on where you are. So. Okay, number 7, real estate tips. You guys have so much more information that you just know more than like the average person. So tips on buying or selling, moving, relocating, investing, any sorts of topics like that. Use your expertise to your advantage. The general population of people don't know a lot of the things that you guys know. So package that up with a pretty bow and put those tips out there. So just some ideas of tips you could put out there. Staging tips, how to improve your home for selling. Post a list of things that you should look for in a home, or like things that people often don't think about. I know that when I was looking for my first apartment, for example, I didn't even think to look for overhead lighting. And then my roommate and I moved in and there was no overhead lighting. So we had to go buy all these lamps. And so, it was something we hadn't even considered, but maybe if I had worked with a realtor, they would have, been able to point that out to me. New home trends, how to, beautiful outdoor spaces and how to create one, anything like that. Then your call to action can be as simple as like, what do you think about this? Or have you tried this in your own home? Or share and save this post for when you're ready to buy or sell. Idea number 8 are behind the scenes. So, show behind the scenes of your business. So your workspace, your desk at your office or at your home. If you're working somewhere remotely, or you're on the go essentials for a day of showings. With this particular category, I want you guys to think about your life as content. And so what I mean by that is this is particularly great for, when you're trying to create stories on Instagram or Facebook. These like behind the scenes, looks into what you guys have going on, a day in the life of a real estate agent, that kind of thing, or even just like a post on your feed. So call to action could be, what's your favorite snack to take on the go? What's something you can't live without in your purse? For me, it's chapstick. I have a car chapstick, I have a purse chapstick, a nightstand chapstick, or just something like, help, send me your work-life balance tips, like I'm going crazy. Idea number 9 is kind of simple, but in my experience, what I've seen other people do, this gets a lot of action on social media. Lots of people like to like it and comment. Post your real estate anniversary or a wedding anniversary throwback to your wedding photo. People love to see that kind of stuff and like either have a good laugh at your 80s wedding photo or just to congratulate you on an anniversary. And then your call to action can be to ask your followers to post a photo of their wedding day, or maybe do a graduation throwback or their graduation photo, that kind of thing in the comments, and that gives you an opportunity to comment on their crazy photos. And then the last idea I have for you is kind of more general. I feel like I talk all the time about, posting personal posts, but like, what does that really mean? So I just wanted to give you guys a few ideas just under the personal post category to get your wheels turning a little bit. Maybe it's a photo of the favorite spot in your house to read or to drink coffee in the morning. What book are you currently reading? When you're out and about with your family, maybe you're riding bikes down the Monon. If you're on spring break right now, tuning in from the beach, I'm jealous, but post a photo. And then photos of your kids or your pets or a restaurant you're trying out, or if you're in a church group, anything like that. Those make great post ideas. So, and your call to action can be, what are you currently reading? Do you have a favorite spot to relax in your home? Where is your favorite spot for a family vacation? Those kinds of things, and hopefully people will engage with you. All right, that is all. I know I like super flew through those ideas, but I try to keep it short, sweet, and to the point for you guys on these social media Mondays. So if you guys have any questions, I'll stick around here for a few more minutes. Or if you just want any thoughts I have on different post ideas you're thinking about, I'm here. So I am ready for questions.
Awesome, Maddie. That was great. I love that whole idea of like thinking of your life as content. We don't have anything in the question pane, but we'll wait just a couple of minutes here, see if anybody has anything they'd like to talk about or have answered. Okay, it doesn't look like it, so we will hop off here. Thank you, Maddie. Have a great day, everybody else.
Thanks for joining, everyone. Have a great day.